from our state and local law enforcement and federal partners. At some point in time during the times we were negotiating with the subject for a period of time, all day, constant communication with him. He did release one hostage in the middle of the incident. That hostage was not harmed, and he's doing well now. The FBI called out the hostage rescue team, which is an elite hostage rescue force out of Quantico, Virginia. They immediately when the SAC called, they got on a plane and flew out here. I think they brought 60 or 70 people from Washington, D.C. to come and help with the situation. Sometime around 9 p.m. today, this evening, the HRT, the hostage rescue team, breached the synagogue. They rescued the 3 hostages, and the subject is deceased. I'd like to think that this is a success due to the partnerships that we have with our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners. It's been an incredible operation. We've had at least 200 law enforcement personnel here pretty much all day today. We couldn't have done it without them, and we thank them. We thank the community as well. I'm going to turn it over to SAC DeSarno, who's going to talk a little bit about more about the incident specifically, and then we'll be here to take any questions you may have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Miller. Again, my name is Matt DeSarno. I'm the Special Agent in charge of FBI Dallas, and I'm flanked today by my federal partners from ATF, HSI, DHS headquarters, Texas DPS, and Colleyville Police Department. So today's result, which was 4 safe hostages and the situation resolved, was really a result of a long day of hard work by nearly 200 law enforcement officers from across this region, local officers from across this region. As the chief mentioned, North Richland Hills, Trophy Club, Colleyville, obviously, the FBI, ATF, HSI, and Texas DPS, who you see all over this town today. I'd like to highlight a couple things. You know, we used the North Tarrant Regional SWAT team, who started the engagement here in the morning, transitioned to the Dallas FBI SWAT team, and then ultimately to the hostage rescue team and the Dallas FBI SWAT team holding the perimeter. That, as Chief Miller said, the FBI's hostage rescue team, I consider one of the crown jewels of our organization. Their mission is to conduct deliberate hostage rescues when necessary. In this case, we had a necessity for that, and they were successful. Very proud of them. I'm also extremely proud of the team of negotiators, FBI agents and local police officers who worked all day long engaging this subject and likely saved the lives of the subjects just through their engagement. It's very likely this situation would have ended very badly early on in the day had we not had professional, consistent negotiation with the subject. I do not have any information right now that indicates that this is part of any kind of ongoing threat. We obviously are investigating. We'll continue to investigate. The hostage taker will continue to investigate his contacts. Our investigation will have global reach. We have been in contact already with multiple FBI legats to include Tel Aviv and London. We've been working closely with Secure Community Network and the Jewish Federation, and I want to continue to do that, and we will continue to do that throughout the country. We do believe from our engagement with this subject that he was singularly focused on one issue, and it was not specifically related to the Jewish community, but we're continuing to work to find motive, and we will continue on that path. In terms of the resolution of the incident, the hostage taker is deceased. We will conduct an independent investigation. My evidence response team will be here to process the scene, and a team from Washington will be here to conduct an independent investigation of the shooting incident, and that's the way we handle those things through our normal standard operating procedure. I will warn you before we take questions that you may be frustrated at my inability to answer a whole lot of questions right now because of the ongoing investigation and the shooting incident that occurred, and I specifically will not answer specific questions about the subject. There's a lot of information out there already about the subject, and we really don't want to jeopardize any potential investigation or any investigative leads into his motives or his potential associates. So we will take questions at this time, if anybody has any.
Have you identified the suspect? Can you talk about why they decided to go in when they did? Did they just see an opportunity, or was he about to act, do you think? Or?
I'll answer the first question. We have identified the subject, but we were not prepared to release his identity or confirm his identity at this time. Sorry, sir, question?
I was just asking, do you know why the HRT decided to go in when they did? Did they just see an opportunity, or did they sense that something was about to happen, that he was about to act, possibly?
You know, that'll all be part of this shooting review investigation, but I can tell you that there was a deliberate decision-making process that I participated in and that the HRT command structure participated in and made entry.
What can you tell us about his demands?
Sir?
What weapons did the suspect claim he had on him? What weapons did he possibly find? Were there any explosives?
I'm going to leave all that to there. A lot of it was out on that Facebook live stream. What was said on that, but I'm not going to add any specific information to that.
Can you confirm what was said on the live stream?
Well, what was said on the live stream, I can confirm that it was said on the live stream, but I can't confirm that the investigation at this point has given it validity at this point.
Can you give us some insight? You talk about the work that the negotiators did throughout the course of the day. Can you kind of paint a picture of what that was like? Was it constant communication throughout the entire day, or were there ups and downs?
So the negotiation team had a high frequency and duration of contact with him. There were times when it stopped for periods of time, and like many hostage situations, the relationship between the negotiators and the hostage taker kind of ebbed and flowed a little bit, and sometimes got intense. But these negotiators, I'm telling you, I am so proud of them. Unbelievable work, really incredible work for 10 hours. Unbelievable.
About the 4 people that were rescued, how they are right now?
Yes, absolutely. The 4 people who were rescued are not in need of medical attention, are with FBI agents right now, will be reunited with their family, unharmed. He did not harm them in any way.
Okay, last right on my part. What can you tell us about his demands?
Other than what you heard on the live stream, I'm not ready to add any more about the demands. That they were specifically focused on one issue that was not specifically threatening to the Jewish community. That was not the specific demand.
Could you tell us where the hostages are now?
Where the hostages are now? No, I can't talk about that.
Did he really have explosive devices?
I'm not prepared to talk about that. One more question.
FBI watch list, and does he have any ties to this area?
That's all part of our ongoing investigation, and that will come out as we move through the investigation. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Colleyville Chief.
You are a law enforcement professional, but you are a member of this community and somebody who cares about this congregation. Just talk to me about today as a human being and what it's been like to watch this play out in your own backyard.
Well, Colleyville is one of the safest cities in Texas, and this is something that you don't ever expect to have in your own city. The Rabbi is a personal friend of mine. He's a close friend of mine, and so obviously it's very personal. As he was, it's been put out in the media that he was one of the hostages that was involved in this. Yeah, it's extremely personal, but you know, I see lots of hope, and what we saw was a crisis here, but there's lots of hope in how the community came together. I've received calls from my colleagues across the nation. I've received calls from people that I haven't dealt with in many years across lots of my career. This community, other churches have all reached out. Food has been brought. Our people have been cared for, and so you know, lots of people pray in today. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I activated that prayer network, and we're thankful that this came to a very positive resolution.
How were the hostages treated throughout the process?
I'm not going to get into that at this point in time.
Were they restrained in any way?
Yeah. Any other questions?
Chief, was the hostage taker shot, or was he shot by himself or law enforcement?
I think that's still part of the ongoing investigation. It's still an active crime scene, so while the situation has been resolved, evidence response team from the FBI is going to be coming in and going to be processing that. Bomb techs are clearing the scene as well, so I don't have a lot of information about that at this point.
Were all of the hostages adults?
Yes, all the hostages were adults.
Could you give us the age?
I don't have the ages of the hostages at this time.
And were there any synagogue members who were inside or were able to get out when it first happened, or was everyone that was held hostage the only people that were in the building at the time?
It's unknown at this time.
The evacuees are back at home now?
No, they're being interviewed by the FBI at this point. Thank you very much.
Say about why he took hostages at this synagogue?
No, we don't have any information about why this particular location, why this synagogue. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Have you talked to your friend?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. Thank you for getting Muhammad. Got him. Mess around and take him.
I'm gonna touch my guy.
That's your team.